Good evening, everyone. Welcome to MBA Karo. So today I'm going to attempt a live mock of CUET PG to show you that how do you need to balance your time in the examination, how to attempt a paper in a in a structured way. Okay, what should be the strategy to attempt it? Now this exam is going to be on the easier side as per the last year's structure. If you've seen and if you've seen the papers, this exam is going to be relatively easy than many of the other MBA examinations. Okay, so you do not have to be in a relaxed mode. You need to solve it a bit quick so that you are able to attempt it on time and score decently in this. So I've chosen Cracku mock for this, and it was suggested by some of my students. Of course, we ourselves provide mocks for CVT, but won't be attempting my our own mock. Okay, जैसे यूज लोग करते हैं खुद के mock देते हैं. So I mean, since I'll be aware of the the questions, so I myself have seen those questions, so that's why I'm taking up this Cracku mock, and this is a free mock by them. Some of you must have already taken. If you have already taken the mock, you can see that how to attempt it in a decent way, the manner in which I proceed, and you can evaluate your score also based on it. Okay, and the ones who have not taken, you can take this mock, and you can also take ours mocks as well. And we are offering 5 mocks for 200. So if you just want to sit for the last day and attempt good number of mocks just before the exam, you can do that. 5 मॉक अगर आप दो आज दे दोगे, 3 कल सुबह दे दोगे, that sort of thing, if you wish to do, you can you can uh, do that. Okay, so shall we start? Please comment that start if you want me to start the test. So first few things to check, like, can you see the screen? I guess I can see the screen. I'll just open Paint also and see that if it is working. So this will be my rough sheet. So I'll use at one of the corners. Okay, so let's start. Okay, let's start with the paper. Okay, so I've launched it. So questions I've loaded. Okay, so they have given it section wise. I don't know in the examination, do they have it section wise? Because in my mocks, I have not kept them section wise. Although questions come together, but I don't think they give section. Let's see that what happens in the exam. So, like when I start the paper, the very first thing I see is RC. Okay, I'm not comfortable doing RC. Now, someone might be comfortable doing something else. Someone might be comfortable doing RC, can start with it, right? So I know that my best thing is quant, so I will start with quant. अगर किसी के verbal अच्छी है, that the person should start with verbal or data interpretation. So let me start with data interpretation, because that's where the expertise is. Like my expertise is in data interpretation. Okay, so it says that runs scored by teams in World Cup. So this is runs scored by India in different phases, right? 10 to 20 overs and so on. They've given in different phases. Total runs scored by all teams is 1,25,000. So we can find the number of runs scored by different teams by using this, and then you can find the runs scored by India and find these values. So that's what we know it. Okay, so we can see what is the difference between the total runs scored by Australia and the total runs scored by India in the overs 11 to 20. Okay, so Australia is 12%. Okay, so I think there is an option to zoom. Usually in exams, you will have an arrow this side. यहाँ पे arrow होता है, जहाँ पे 66 लिखा है, इसके बगल में arrow होगा. So you can maximize it. Like here they have it this way. So total runs scored by Australia is 12%, right? 12% of 125,000 Total is 12,500 or 125,000. Okay, so 12 into 1250. Okay, that will be 15,000. And that is Australia. And if you look at India, India has 28%, right? So now see this 125 is the total, into 4 is 500. So some number ending in 5. 3 times is 15,000. India is 28. So that is 7 times. So India ka hoga 35,000, right? India is 35,000. Now we will use India 35,000 in some of the questions. India is 35,000 and India in 11 to 20. 11 to 20, India is 10%. So 3,500. Okay, 3,500 India. Okay, and 15,000 is Australia. So you get 11,500. Okay, so I'm doing it at a small, slide pace, slow pace. And by this time, I would have finished this set if I were to do it at my own pace. How much percent is the runs scored by India in the first 10 overs less than the total runs scored by New Zealand? Okay. Now see this, we generally do less than percentage. हमें क्या कर रहे होता है? Minus कर रहे होते हैं. So we can just simply do this thing. Uh, I'll tell you a way to attempt this question. India, like suppose total is anything, ठीक है? Total 100 मान लेते हैं. India का total उसमें कितना है? India का total is 28%, ठीक है? India का 28% है and first 10 overs में कितना India का उसका 20%. 28 का 20% and it is asking that how much less than total runs scored by New Zealand. So New Zealand is, if you take 24%, right? Cut 20%. So upon 24. Okay, this is India in 10 overs. This is India. This is in first 10 overs. So you can say 0.2 आप ले सकते हो. And New Zealand is 24, right? So we get 5.6 by 24. आप इसे calculate कर सकते हो. Or you can take 560 by 24. 8 से चला जाएगा. We will get as 70 by 3. So 70 by 3 is 23.33. So India 10 upon New Zealand is 23.33. It is asking how much less. So total is 100%. 100 minus 23.33 less is 76.6%. Okay. All right. Next is, what is the ratio of total runs scored by India 20 to 40, Australia and Pakistan? So Australia and Pakistan, again, we do not need the total runs in this, right? Australia and Pakistan, India in for 20 to 40. Okay, so definitely now agar hum options use kare, maybe we can get it. Let's understand that should we use options directly or should we actually solve it, right? So this way you can reduce your time. See, Australia and Pakistan के definitely runs ज़्यादा होंगे, ठीक है? Two countries. So Australia is scoring 12% here and Pakistan is scoring 16. 28 हो गया, ठीक है? Australia and Pakistan is 28 and India is 28. India is also scoring 28. So we can eliminate these two options. Possibly it could be 7 by 20 and or 137 by 147. Now let us see कि India ने कितना score किया, 11 to 40. Okay, it is saying 20 to 40. So 21 to 30. This thing 21 to 30 and 31 to 40. So 10.7 and 25, 24.3. That gives us 35. So India scored 35 in this, right? 35% of this. So this is India is scoring 28% और उसका 35%. Australia plus Pakistan is 28%. So 35% is 7:20. Okay, simple, easy question. So the level of questions is going to be easy. Don't worry about it. In the next World Cup, England, New Zealand, Pakistan scored 20, 30 and 40% more runs. What is the percentage change in the total runs scored by them? Okay, so you do not need to find the number of runs. This is the beauty of pie chart, right? So it says England, New Zealand, Pakistan 20, 30, 40% more. Okay, so that is the increase. Okay, अभी इंग्लैंड के कितने? इंग्लैंड is having 20%. Okay, New Zealand is having uh, the fourth one, which is 24%, and Pakistan is having 16%. So right now their total is 60 and it is increasing by 20%. So 20% increase means 20 into 20 by 100 karna hai, right? That is 4. So they will increase 4. Okay, we are calculating the increase in terms of percentages. We will calculate in terms of values. So 34 30 into 24 720, so 7.2%, 7.2, and this is 6.4. So what is the increase? 4 plus 7.2, 7 11.2, 17.6. Okay, so divide 176 by 6 to 556 9. Okay, 29.3%. Okay, so this is how we solve pie charts. We do not have to basically calculate based on 1,25,000. Okay, so that's the beauty of pie chart. So any ratio, percentage, okay, ratio based or percentage increase, all those things can be answered without even using the total. If Bangladesh is added to the pie chart and made 20,000 runs, then what would be the central angle subtended by it in the pie chart, right? So Bangladesh is adding 20,000, 25,000, 20,000 runs. So initially 125, Bangladesh is adding 20. So now the total becomes 145. So Bangladesh is making 20 out of 145 and the central angle is 360. Okay, so we can reduce by 5. This becomes 4 times and 29. Okay, 5 into 4, 5 into 29, so 1440 by 29, right? 29 into 4, 29 into 5 is 1450, so 4 times, so 116, then 28, 289. Okay, so 49.6 degrees should be the answer. Or you can do this way also, like 29 into 50 is close to 2, which is 1450. Okay, is say 10 less है? 10 by 29 will be what? Approximately 0.4, ठीक है, और 0.3 0.4 के बीच में कहीं होगा. So 50 minus 0.4 is 49.6 degrees. Okay, so they have given a floor question. Isn't it a logical reasoning question in data interpretation? Okay, so let's do it. Ideally it would be chart based or floor, you know, like let me see. Okay, so let's do this question. ये ऐसा पेपर है जिसे मैं समझा समझा के अपनी स्पीड से पूरा भी कर लूंगा और समझा भी दूंगा पूरा पेपर. So we have 8 floors. So always whenever you have these floor like and such questions, you can take two cases because usually two cases बनते हैं. Okay, 8 people and 8 people. So let's, although the floors are not numbered, just for our convenience, or let's not number if they have not mentioned that. They have mentioned, तो number कर लेते हैं. So this is 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. Okay, so let's और अगर आप भी, you can parallelly solve with it, right? I am also solving it. I am speaking and solving. You are not speaking, you are just solving. Okay, and not explaining also. Let's see that if you can beat me while solving. Okay, so 8 floors. A does not live at the top floor, and there are 4 people between A and H. The number of people who live above H is more than number of people below H. So above H is more than below H. So that means H is in the lower half. ठीक है, इससे क्या पता चलता है? H is in the lower half. So H can be here. Okay, and it says that number of people A, 4 people between A and H. So अगर हम H को 3 रखते हैं, so 1 2 3 4, A would be 8. Okay, so it is not possible. So H can be at 2 or H can be at 1. So if H is at 2, A will be at 7. If H is at 1, A is at 6, right? So H and A fixed. It says that there is exactly one person between F and H. Okay, so F and H, one person between F and H, one person in between. And there are 3 people live between F and D. Okay, so we cannot have 3 people and D here. So we can have 1, 2, 3. This is D, and similarly D. So these are people arranged. Okay, C lives at a floor which is lower than that of B and H. So B and H live above C. So in this case, this gets eliminated because C cannot live in this case. So C is here. Then B is remaining. Okay, so B is remaining, and E and G live on adjacent floors, and the floor number of E being higher. So E is higher than G, so they can live on this floor itself, right? E and G, and this is B. So a काफी easy puzzle था. D A E G F B H C. Okay, so Gauravi Roth has got this one right. Okay, so beating me in solving the puzzle. Eighth floor is D. Okay, how many people between D and B? So D is here. So B is on 3. So 4 people in between. One, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why they have given logical reasoning in DI. DI should be separate. First floor is C. Live between E and C. So this is E. Sixth is E and C is there. One, 2, 3, 4. So they are giving 4 people in between. And then pick the odd one out. So DE is 8, 6. And then we have AG is 7, 5. FH is 4, 2. So last one should be odd one out. DG is 8 and 5. Okay, wait. That one question, I guess, how I don't know how it is left. Okay, eighth floor is D. Na? We marked it. I don't know why it didn't get selected. Okay, so this part is done. I did hardly took 14 minutes. Yeah, आराम से हो सकता है. Now let's do quant. Okay, Sonu invests 15,000 every month in a business. After 4 months, soon joins him with 20,000 per month. At the end of year, 3,40,000. Okay, so profit is investment into time. The ratio of profit is investment into time is the ratio of profit. So we have Sonu and Sood. Okay, Sonu invests 15 and time is 12 and Sood invests 20 and he joins for only 8 months because he started after 4 months. So this is 180 and 160. Okay, so we get 9 ratio 8 or you can say 18 ratio 16. Okay, what is the Sonu share? Sonu share will be 18 1,80,000. Very simple question. Yeah, this level is very easy. In my box, at least, slightly better. You would find slightly better level. But yes, this is the level usually. Okay, some money at the rate of 9% for the first 3 years, 6% for the next 2 years, and rate of 14% for the next 4 years. Total simple interest is given. Okay, so first 3 years, 9 into 3, 27. Okay, then 6 years, 6 for two years, and 14 for 4 years. Right, so we get 27 plus 12 plus 56, right, which is 20, 39, 95%. Right, 95% is 2280. ठीक है, so कितना होगा 24 हो जाएगा. Okay, so let me tell you that how to get this call right. Okay, now 95,000 most people would be dividing by 95. Okay, 95 से divide नहीं करना है. See the options like 3,000 नहीं होगा, 3,200 नहीं होगा because their 95% is going to be much higher. Okay, so then the next call should be to take a round off number. Okay, always think of round off numbers. Usually round off numbers is the answer are the answers. Okay, this many aspirants do not know and many teachers, I mean I have hardly seen people teaching this thing ki round of numbers usually answers होते हैं. I'm not saying that always, but many a times round of numbers are answers. ठीक है, so 2400 let's take a guess. 2400 100% हो जाएगा 24. 5% is 120. So अगर हम subtract कर लेंगे 2280. Although it's a simple question, but in exams this thing helps. A shopkeeper first marks up the price up by 40% and then offers discount of 10%. Okay, and then it says that due to off season, he is giving store credits worth 10% of the amount buyer pays it as a cashback. What is percent in the off season? So basically, he is giving two successive discounts, 10% and then 10%. Okay, so he is marking up at 140, then after discount 1 it becomes 126. 10% कम कर दिया, फिर 10% कम कर दो, 12.6 और इससे कम कर दो, you will get 113.4. Okay, 113.4. So net discount is 13.4%. So quite simple paper. Akash got 73% marks in subject A. Okay, in he scored 56 in B and X marks in C. Maximum marks were 150. The overall percentage is 54%. How many marks did he score in subject C? Okay, so 73 marks, 56% and X marks, right? That we need to find. So first of all, let us find his total marks, right? So 54% of 450. Okay, now you can use half and double method. Like if we double this number, so just see if I have a product of a and b, the answer is ab. If I take 2a into half of b, the answer is still ab. I'm concerned with the product. Okay, I'm not concerned ki numbers kya hai. If I take double of it, I can make it 900, and half of it I get 27. So 27% into 900. So 9 into 27, 243. Yeah. In first subject, he gets 73. So bach gaya 170. In second subject, he gets 56% in B. Yeah, 56% of 150. So इसको again आप half or double से कर सकते हो. 28 into 3. Right? 84. So 84 in this. So when you subtract 84, you get 86 in the third subject. ये one subject का है. Second subject is 84. Total is 243. So 243 minus 73 minus 84. 86 marks in the third subject. Arjun purchased two products A and B for rupees 3600 and 4250. He sold for 12% profit. The total profit obtained is 1000. Okay, profit percentage on product B. Okay, so 36 का 12 कर लो, that is 432. ठीक है, 12 की टेबल तो आई गेस आती होगी. इस पे 12% प्रॉफिट है. B is 4250. Okay, now total profit is 1000. This is the profit, total profit on A. So what is the difference? That is 568 is the profit on B. ठीक है, अब हमें किससे निकालना है? With respect to 4250, and we need to find the percentage, right? Now see, in these questions, if you see these options can be answered without calculating the actual percent. Well, divide नहीं करना है. ठीक है, so now if you see, we can see 56 by 14 42 दिख रहा है. ठीक है, फर्स्ट थिंग इज लाइक 10 टाइम्स इज 425, राइट? हम 420 ले लो. रिमेनिंग इज व्हाट? रफली 14 बाय 42. लाइक इससे अगर आप लेट्स से वेरी रफ कैलकुलेशन, मुझे ये दिख रहा है 56 बाय 442, राइट? नंबर्स देखो 5 6 एंड 4 2, राइट? कैन वी से 4 बाय 3, 1.3 टाइम्स. सो 133% ऐसे कुछ बनेगा, लाइक 13.3% by ignoring the decimals and zeros. So roughly 13.3%. So that is our answer. Okay. So you need to be vigilant with the numbers also, not just simply go into calculations. Right. Many a times these things save your time, and this is still a very an examination in which you will have enough time, but in examinations where there is speed involved, there also you can do apply these techniques and get them. Okay, so I hope you are learning new things, and just in case the paper turns out to be lengthy, calculation intensive, you shall be able to get it. Okay, total population of a village is 18,500. Male and female and children is 875. ठीक है, 70% of the male in the village went to the city. Find out the number of male remaining in the village. Okay, so we can directly do it. Okay, 185 population लेते हैं. Ignore decimals and zeros, right? Male is 15 and 20. 15 plus 20, 8 by 20 is male. This is the number of males, and 70% went to the city. So 30% remain here. Okay, 30% remain here. So we get 3 by 2. This is 4. So 185 into 12. Okay, 12 5 60. 6 carries 96, 102, and then 10 carries 22. So 2220. Simple question. Okay, so if you are able to solve it faster, please do comment the answers. I also wish to see कि कौन लोग fast fast calculations कर सकते हैं. आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग एंड देन सॉल्विंग इट. ठीक है, और अगर बिना एक्सप्लेन करके सॉल्व किया होता तो अभी तक पूरा क्वांट भी कवर हो गया होता, लाइक डी आई प्लस क्वांट. Okay, this paper looks very easy to me, and probably if this level comes, then there will be many people who would be able to finish the entire paper easily. Okay, now let's see the next question. The boat rowing upstream can reach its destination in 10 hours. However, if the same distance is traveled downstream, the time required will be 5 hours. What is the ratio of speed of boat in still water and speed of stream? Okay, so now we have downstream and upstream. Okay, so downstream and upstream, speed is in what ratio? स्पीड इज इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू टाइम. ठीक है, अगर स्पीड like time is two times, right? So like if you look at time, downstream time and upstream time, ये डाउनस्ट्रीम में टाइम कितना ले रहा है, 5 आवर्स ले रहा है, और अपस्ट्रीम में 10 ले रहा है, विच इज 1:2. ओके, सो स्पीड इज इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू टाइम, सो स्पीड विल बी 2:1. एंड एनीवे स्पीड इज डाउनस्ट्रीम, स्पीड इज मोर. ठीक है, सो 2 डाउनस्ट्रीम है, अपस्ट्रीम 1 है. सो द स्पीड ऑफ बोट इज d plus u by 2, एवरेज हो जाती है, दैट इज 1.5. एंड स्पीड ऑफ द स्ट्रीम इज d minus u by 2, which is 0.5. So 1.5 ratio 0.5, which is 3:1, right? So 3:1. See, your concepts should be clear. ठीक है, इसमें बहुत आराम से टाइम रहेगा, यू कैन इजीली कंप्लीट द पेपर. इवन इन लॉजिकल रीजनिंग यू डू नॉट गेट टू मेनी पजल्स, इंडिविजुअल क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. 105 मिनट्स इज वे टू मच फॉर दिस पेपर. ओके, कंसिडरिंग द डिफिकल्टी लेवल, बट टॉपिक सारे आने चाहिए, बिकॉज हो सकता है परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन से क्वेश्चन आ जाए, और लाइक एक्सपेक्टेड की प्रोबेबिलिटी से आ गया, कुछ लोग नहीं पढ़ के जाते हैं. So Ram can finish a piece of work in 10 days, Shyam in 15 days. Ram works on first day, Shyam on second day, and both work together on the third day. And in how many days work will be completed? So Ram is 10 days, Shyam is 15 days, right? So if you look at the total, like there are, I'll teach you one method also. Some of them, some of you may not be knowing this method. So first of all, let us take work as 30 units. Okay, now 30 units, Ram will do 3 units and Shyam does 2 units. Okay, so day 1, Ram is working, Ram on first day. Day 2, Shyam is working 2 units. Day 3, both of them work 5 units. So कितने units हो गए, 10 units हो गए. ठीक है, 3 days में, and 3 days में. Now this will repeat, one cycle is this. So into 3 we get 30 units and 9 days. So in this way they can do it in 9 days. So another an interesting thing which I would like to teach is, like you can do it by percentage efficiency. How? 10 days he takes to complete. So 100 by 10 is 10%. Okay. Shyam takes 15 days. So 100 by 15 is 6.67%. So first day 10%, second day 6.67%, and third day when they both work together 16.67%. So in 3 days 33.33%, which is one third. Okay, so 3 times is 100%. So 9 days will be the answer. Akash drives from Bhopal to Indore in 8 hours. He travels half of the distance at 40 km per hour, but in the second half, due to breakdown in the engine, he travels at 20 km per hour. What is his average speed for the whole journey? Okay, so we need to find his average speed. So now in this case, the distance is equal. Okay, distance is equal. So in that case, average speed. Always remember that average speed is total distance upon total time. Okay, अगर separate distances दिए हो, if we have equal distances, let us say a person goes from this place to this place at some distance, and then half of the distance is given separately, so the answer is 2d1 d2 upon d1 plus d2. This happens only if these two distances are equal. Okay, so we can use 2 d1 d2 by 100. So we get 4 into 8, 32 kilometers per hour. Ratio of marks scored by Mihir and Sachin is 28:25. Each one of them scored 150 marks extra, then the ratio of marks would be 11:10. Okay, what is the sum of original marks scored by Mihir and Sachin? Okay, now this question can be done in a very much better way rather than solving it. ठीक है, हमें क्या निकालना है, sum of original marks. So एक के 28x है, एक के 25x है. ठीक है, original. So add करके कितने बन रहे हैं, 53x. Now see, 53 into 3 is 159. ठीक है, अगर 4 times करोगे it is more than 200, 2 times करोगे is 106. This is the direct answer. Okay, you do not need to solve further. So if you happen to see such loopholes in questions, you should not be making equations and solving it, right? That the purpose is to save as much time as possible. जितनी जल्दी करोगे उतना better, because probably there might be some speed breakers. हो सकता है कुछ ऐसे क्वेश्चन आ जाए, कोई नंबर सीरीज आ जाए जिसे करने में आप 10 मिनट भी लगा सकते हो, ठीक है? कभी कभी ऐसा हो सकता है कि that would create a differentiator. So be as fast as possible. Okay, even though this paper looks easy, you need to be as fast as possible, because you do not know, right? कभी ऐसा हो सकता है आरसी आप बार बार 2-3 बार आरसी पढ़ के कर रहे हो. Okay, all right. Anant has three acid solutions ABC. They have concentration 20, 70, 50. He aims to achieve solution of 60% concentration. What can be the ratio of volumes in ABC are mixed? Okay, now in this case, see, you can find allegation using two elements. Three elements में difficult होता है. We will use logic here. Logic क्या use करेंगे? हमें 60% बनाना है. Okay, so अगर हम 20% ज़्यादा use कर लेंगे, it will be very dilute, isn't it? Because एक 20 है, एक 70 है, एक 50 है, ठीक है? If we use very high amount of 20, it will be dilute, ठीक है? 60 तो नहीं पहुंच पाएगा. If we use, like, we have to use less of 20 and more of 70 and 50, right? अगर हम 70 50 equal भी करते हैं, see this thing, if we use 70 and 50 equal, so थोड़ा logically समझना है इस question को before answering it. Okay, if we use 70 and 50 equally, then it becomes 60, ठीक है? ये 60 बन जाएगा equal करने पे. Now in that case we cannot add 20 because it will be less than 60, so we cannot use equally. Now 70 should be the greatest, ठीक है? So either it is 151 or 141, right? So ये दो option बचते हैं हमारे पास, B और D. Others are not possible because 70 हमें ज्यादा रखना है. This is common sense. Okay, so 141 रख लेते हैं and 151 रख लेते हैं. 141 and 151, ठीक है? 275 and 275. So we get 2 plus 28 plus 5 is 35. Okay, 6 से divisible नहीं है. We are having 6 parts, not 60%. So this should be the answer. Okay, so 235 plus 5 is 42. Divided by 7 parts is 6. That is 60%. So 151 is the answer. Okay, so rather than just uh, spending time on this, think logically first, okay, and then eliminate options. Only two options we had to check for. Okay, so it says that ABC with sides 6, 8 and 12, DEF midpoints. Okay, and what is the ratio of area of triangle DEF to ABC? So whenever you have this kind of a triangle, okay, just remember it's a standard answer. So अगर triangle के midpoint join कर लेते हो, okay, and whatever be the triangle, if you join the midpoints, this is half, this side is half of this side, this side is half of this side, and this side is half of this side, right? So side का ratio होता है 1:2. So area is in the ratio 1:4. Okay, so the area is 1/4, 1:4. Direct answer है. You should know this answer. Okay, so no matter whatever is the length of side. Radius of right circular cylinder is 7 and its curved surface area is 70 pi. What is the volume of the cylinder? Okay, so now one thing we need to see is curved surface area. What is curved surface area of a cylinder? Curved surface area is 2 pi r h. Okay, so 2 pi r h is given to us in a right circular cylinder. So this is given as 70 pi. Okay, pi gets cancelled. R is 7. Okay, 14. H is 5. So 2 into 7 into 5, 70. So we need to find the volume. Volume is pi r square h. Okay, so pi will write as pi only because the answer given is pi. So r square and into h. So 49 into 5, 245 pi. How many different words can be formed with the word kismat? S and M are always together and the word always starts with S. Right? So it's a very simple question. If a word starts with S and M are together, so first two letters are S and M. ठीक है, फर्स्ट लेटर एस होना चाहिए, एम आर टुगेदर, सो एस एंड एम. नाउ वी आर लेफ्ट विथ फोर लेटर्स, 1 2 3 4. Okay, so they can be arranged in 4 factorial or 24 ways. So basic permutation combination भी कर लेना, because they might ask permutation combination probability also. Probability of horse A finishing in the top 3 is 1 by 9, and probability of horse B finishing in the top 3 is 1:6. If the probability of both finishing in top 3 is 1 by 12, what is the probability that either horse A or horse B finishes in the top 3? Okay, so now we have horse A is 1 by 9, probability of B is 1 by 6, right? So we have three cases, right? So first is both finish in top थ्री. ठीक है, तीन केस हो सकते हैं ना, या तो दोनों बॉट टॉप थ्री में आ जाए, इधर इधर मीन्स ए और बी. ठीक है, एंड थर्ड केस इज नन ऑफ देम इन टॉप थ्री, राइट? सो वी हैव थ्री केसेस, या तो दोनों टॉप थ्री में आएंगे, या दो में से कोई एक आएगा, या कोई भी नहीं आएगा, राइट? सो दिस प्रोबेबिलिटी इज गिवन टू अस, दिस वी नीड टू फाइंड. अगर हमें ये पता चल गई तो वी कैन फाइंड दिस, isn't it? If we know this none, can we find this answer? Yes. Now how will we find none? So A के ना पहुंचने की probability is how much? 8 by 9. और B के ना पहुंचने की probability is 5 by 6. ठीक है, A की ना the probability of A not reaching is 8 by 9, and for B it is 5 by 6. So if both do not reach, that probability is 8 by 9 into 5 by 6. So this is 4 by 3. So 20 by 27. 20 by 27. Both in top 3 is 1 by 12. Find either one of them reaches in top 3. So if we add these, we will get 108 as the LCM. This is 9 and this is 80. 89. 19 by 108 क्यों आ रहा है? Okay, so I got it. Like I'm doing it the wrong way. So, like A reaches, we'll probably do this here. Like 1 by 9 plus 1 by 6 minus 1 by 12. ये करना होगा मैं. So this becomes 36. 4 plus 6 minus 3. 7 by 36 will be the answer. Okay, so basically ऐसा हो सकता है, right? A reaches, B reaches, both reaches. ये निकालना है. So A की probability given है, B की given है. We have to find for both. So we'll remove both. Okay, so what I was doing was wrong. This will be the right one. 7 by 36. Okay, so either A will reach. If A reaches, B reaches. So there is a chance that both reach. So we will remove that chance. We will get only one of them reaches. In how many ways can the letters of the word apples be arranged such that vowels are always together? So apples mein what are the vowels? A, E are the vowels. Okay. Now we have to put them together. Now we are left with P, P, L, S. Okay. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. They can be arranged in 5 factorial ways. Okay. And then we have, like if we look at the repetitions, how many repetitions are there? There are 2 repetitions. Okay. That are present here. Okay. Because P is repeated 2 times. So this Now A and E can be arranged among themselves in two ways. ठीक है, या तो A left में आएगा, E right में आएगा, और vice versa. So again can be arranged in two factorial ways. So this is cancelled. You get 120 as the answer. Okay, so what we need to tell is which of the following is greater, or we have to find the relation between these two variables. Okay, so in this case let us put 1 upon m is equal to chota m, like small m. 1 upon n is equal to small n. Okay, so we have 5m plus 11n is equal to 8, and 3m plus 8n is equal to 5.5, right? So we eliminate one of the variables. Now what we can do is we can do into 3 and into 5 to eliminate the variables, isn't it? Into 3 kar denge, so this will be 15m and 33n, that is 24. And if we take this is 15m plus 40n. 40n is 5 times, which is 27.5. Okay, 15m भी लिख देते हैं so that it is easy for you to understand. So when we subtract, okay, so this gets cancelled. We get 7n is equal to 3.5. So n is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, n is 1 by 2. This is 4. 3m is 5.5. Right? 3m is 1.5. So m is also 1 by 2. So both are equal. So m equal to n. Just see 5 plus 11 by 2. It is 16, and this is also equal. 10,000 is invested at 10% compounded annually for 2 years. Had the sum been invested for 2 years, what would be the difference between the interest earned in both the cases? Okay, very simple question. I don't know. I mean, I don't think this level इतना भी easy नहीं होगा. थोड़ा तो calculations लगेंगे. This paper looks very simple to me. So compound interest 10% is CI at 10% is 21%. ठीक है, एंड एस आई एट 10% इज 2 times, सो 20%. ठीक है, डिफरेंस कितना हो गया? डिफरेंस इज 1%. सो 1% ऑफ 10,000 इज 100. Some people are standing in an elevator. The average weight of the group is 58 kg. The maximum weight of any person in the elevator is 63 kg, and the minimum weight is 48 kg. What is the minimum number of people who are standing in the elevator? Okay, the weight of every person is a natural number. Okay, so it says minimum weight is 48, and maximum weight is 58. Sorry, average is 58, minimum is 63, and minimum is 48, maximum is 63. See, it is very easy question to solve. कैसे कर सकते हैं? से बिल्कुल स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड, बिल्कुल आपको कैलकुलेशंस भी नहीं करना है. ओके, कैलकुलेशन भी नहीं करना है. सो सी दिस थिंग, हाउ कैन वी डू दिस इज 63 या 48 है, कुछ टोटल आएगा, कुछ आएगा, राइट? Check that it is coming as average as 58. No, it will not come as average as 58, क्योंकि दो numbers हैं उनको. If it's an integer average, two numbers, the sum should be even number. We are not getting an even number. Okay, so that there has to be a third person. See, we are not given any criteria about the third person, so we can have minimum 3 persons to get the average. Okay, so if such, like, करके देख लेते हैं. 63 plus 48 कितना हो रहा है? 111 हो रहा है. ठीक है, ये होना चाहिए था 116, which is not fitting. So we need to make +5 in the next person to make it average. Okay, so next को आप 63 kg का कर दो. Okay, so we will make it an average as this. So this is the answer. The average age of a newly married couple at the time of marriage is 26 years. Immediately after the birth of their 3 children, the average of the family is 19, 15, and 16 years. What is the age difference between the eldest and the youngest child? This is the only question which I believe is slightly like moderate level. ठीक है, moderate है, बाकी सब तो अभी तक सीधे सीधे करने वाला था. So average age is 26, and immediately after that, so when you have two people, right? When child one is born, average number of people, so total age निकालनी है. ठीक है, So we are given child 1 पे average is 90, child 2 पे average is 15, and child 3 पे average is 16, right? When the first child is born, there are 3 people in the family. When the second child is born, there are 4 people in the family. And when the third child is born, there are 5 people in the family. So total age is 57 years. Okay. Total age is 60 years. And total age is 80 years. Right? Now, the total age is increasing by 3 years. Total age of the family, okay, is increasing by 3 years. How many people are there in the family? When the age increases by 3 years, how many people are there in the family? When the second child is born, before that there are 3 people, the husband, wife, and the first child. So there are 3 people. So that means it will take 1 year for this change. Okay. Now the age is increasing by 20 years and there are 4 people in the family. So it will take 5 years to generate this difference. Right? 20 years बनाने में 5 years लग जाएंगे. So 1 plus 5 total 6 years age difference. A alone can do in 6 days and B in 8 days. A and B undertook it for 3200. With the help of C, they completed the work in 3 days. How much is paid to C? Okay. So A and B 6 and 8. So let us say the work is 24 units. So A will do 4 units, B will do 3 units, right? In 3 days the work is complete. So per day A is 4, B is 3. So total they are completing in 1 day, they are completing 32 by 3 units. Okay. So C कितना काम करेगा? 32 by 3 minus 4 minus 3, isn't it? So A is doing 4 units, B is doing 3 units per day. Okay. Total work is 24. Sorry. Uh, 8 units. Total basically 24 units in 3 days. So 24 by 3 is 8 units per day. So A is doing 4, B is doing 3, and C is doing 1 unit to make it 8 units. Okay, 24 units a total work. I accidentally took 32. So C is doing 1 by 8th of the work. So he should be paid 1/8, that is 400. Okay. And a company is offering 50% discount on all its products, it's still able to make a profit of 20%. How much above the cost price did it mark the prices? Okay, so we need to just remember this thing. This is cost price, mark price, and selling price. So profit is 20%. Okay, so selling price is 120. Okay, cost price is 100. So selling price is 120 minus 50%, half करने पे ये आ रहा है. ठीक है, so that means mark price will be 240. So there is an increase of 140%. Yes, ऐसे ही verbally हो जाएंगे. Number of different words succeed. Succeed से बनाने 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 factorial ways. Right. Then C repeats 2 times and E repeats 2 times. C and E. 5040 by 4 you get 1260. Now ये थोड़ा सा except 2 3 questions like this is one of the questions which I look is a good one. Good one मतलब time लगेगा, ऐसे सीधे सीधे नहीं होगा. A person buys 3 types of rice ABC. A cost 12, B cost 15, C cost 24. Okay. A and B in the ratio 1:2. Then he mixes B and C in some ratio to Y. He finally mix X and Y in the ratio 3:1 and sells the final mixture as 18, earning at profit of 20%. What is the ratio in which B and C were mixed? अब ये difficult question है, ठीक है? Now as a smart test taker, मैं अभी कर दूंगा. I have enough time to complete this paper. बहुत सारे questions हैं, बहुत बहुत सारा time बचा है. Okay, but I will skip this question for now. Okay, as a smart test taker you should skip these things. Let us look at the next question. We will come back to it later. Okay, करेंगे छोड़ेंगे नहीं. So QS ratio SR is 3 ratio 1. Okay, and PT ratio TS is 1 ratio 2. Okay, the area of triangle PTQ is what percentage of the area of triangle PQR? PTQ निकालना है upon PQR. So we have this is 3 ratio 1 P T. Okay. So this is 1 ratio 2. PT ratio TS is 1 ratio 2. Okay. So first, if you look at this triangle, okay, and this triangle. So this side is 3 ratio 1. Okay. So what happens is, if it is 3, it is 1. Height is same. So the area of this triangle PTS, sorry, PQS upon PQR will be 3 upon 4. Why 3 upon 4? Because the base is same, like sorry, height is same, base is different. So 3 ratio 4 हो जाएगा. So PQR को अगर हम 4 लेते हैं, so that means PQS is 3, area is 3. Now let us look at this triangle. Okay, in this triangle, the perpendicular distance is same, right? The ratio is different, like so this is 1 and 1 ratio 2. So one part, this is 3 parts, isn't it? So PQT will be PTQ will be 1/3 of this. अगर ये triangle देखो, ये 1/3 है ना, 1/3 आप ले लोगे, so that will be 1. So it is 1 and this is the last triangle is 4. So 1/4, 25%. Using that symmetry we get the answer. Okay. अच्छा, रीजनिंग में बस इतने से क्वेश्चन है, 15 ही क्वेश्चन है, एंड दिस लुक्स एब्स्ट्रैक्ट रीजनिंग. Okay, so we need to find out how will it look like when we open it. Okay, so let's see how it looks like. So यहाँ पे एक लाइन बनेगी फर्स्ट, like हाफ में, so you will have two structures like this. ऐसे यहाँ पे कंप्लीट लाइन आएगी और ऊपर एक कंप्लीट लाइन आएगी. दिस शुड बी द स्ट्रक्चर. सो लेट्स सी कि ये ऑन ओपन ऑन के कैसा दिखेगा. If enough time I will explain it with ease. So नीचे ये बना ऐसे, like 1 2 3, एक स्ट्रेट लाइन और ऐसे, ठीक है. फिर जब इसे ऊपर खोलेंगे, since it was folded like this, तो ये ऐसा बनेगा कुछ, this kind of structure and this kind of structure, and then we will have straight line and two lines like this. Okay, ऐसे करके कुछ स्ट्रक्चर बनेगा, एंड देन वी ओपन इट बैक, सो इट विल अपीयर लाइक दिस. यहाँ पे लाइन नहीं होगी, ठीक है. रिमेंबर दैट देयर विल बी नो लाइन एट द सेंटर, बिकॉज दिस इज द फोल्डिंग, राइट. वी आर नॉट मेकिंग अ लाइन हियर, सो सेंटर पे लाइन नहीं बनेगी. वी विल हैव दिस काइंड ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर, लाइक ऐसे 5 लाइन्स, like 1 2 3 4 5, and similarly here we will have 5 lines like this. ऐसे ही इसके repetition में. So if you look at this thing, this shape makes the right shape, right? 1 2 3 4 5, and central line straight, 2 lines above, 2 lines below. Find the number of triangles in the given figure. Okay, so let's look at the number of triangles. Now, whenever you have this kind of a structure, okay, any shape with 2 diagonals, so what we do is count the small number of triangles, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, ठीक है. So this figure has 16 triangles. उसका डबल कर लेना, पहले छोटे ट्रायंगल काउंट करना, उसका डबल करना, बिकॉज कॉम्बिनेशन में ट्रायंगल बन रहा है. लाइक इफ यू सी ये ट्रायंगल बन रहा है, ये ट्रायंगल बन रहा है, सो डबल द नंबर, सो 16 triangles. Now there is one triangle on top also, so 17. Now let us see that using this, can we make any exterior triangle also? No additional triangle. ऊपर की 2 lines या only 1 line using this, we cannot make any other triangle. So we will have 17 triangles. Okay, so this is a simple one. We need to add something to the right hand side. So this will, I think this should be the answer because options तो ऐसे नहीं दिख रहे हैं, राइट हैंड साइड में ऐड होगा ना. आइडियली तो आंसर ये होना चाहिए. लेट्स सी दिस. आइडियली आंसर ऐसा बनना चाहिए कि दिस एंड दिस, बट अमंग द ऑप्शंस दिस इज द बेस्ट ऑप्शन. आइडियली ऐसे बनेगा बिकॉज लेफ्ट और राइट का ऐसे पीस जुड़ रहा है. There is no such option, so I will choose this as the answer. Okay, so 23, 11, 6. Now these are sometimes tricky questions. Okay, 36, 28 and 38, 12. This, right? What happens in this number? So 6 plus 7. Now if you see this, if you take double of this, ये 12 है, ये 16 है. Okay, 11 plus 12 is 23. 16 plus 20 is 36. So 12 plus this should be 26. So here we should get 13 as the answer. Okay, 13. Easy. I was able to figure it out instantly. Sometimes in these questions you will not be able to figure out the logic instantly. Okay, so here's the next question, which is on operators. So it says that like this paper looks very easy to me because despite like अभी तक मेरा पूरा पेपर हो गया होता if I were doing it and in less than half the time or almost half the time I would have completed this paper. इतना easy भी नहीं आना चाहिए. नहीं आएगा शायद. I mean थोड़ा सा I don't know how their paid mocks are. ठीक है. If you want to have some good level of questions, a better level won't be very difficult also though. It would be I would say moderate. This looks an easy paper to me. Okay, you can try our mocks. We have given the link in the description of this video, even the pinned comment. You can check it and try it out the free mock. And there are 5 mocks which are available. You can see that. Okay, so 32 and means division by 4, and then this means plus 6, and 7 ke liye is percentage, which is multiplication, and this should be minus, right? Hash means minus. ये करना है हमें. So 32 by 4 is 8, and this is 42 plus 42 minus 9. Okay, 50 minus 9, 41. 3rd January is Friday, day of the week on 3rd March in that particular year. Answer will be cannot be determined. ठीक है, cannot be determined. Why? Can you answer? Cannot be determined क्यों होगा इसका आंसर? Or can you find the day? $75 questions in CUET. See, we are not given the year. ठीक है. So year नहीं पता हमें. Now it can be leap or non-leap. अगर लीप होगा तो भी 28 फेब तो बीच में आ जाएगा ना, 28 और 29. So we cannot determine. Suppose some other month was given. Let us say March was given and you had to find June. So you can find that. But leap year we do not know. ठीक है. Leap year हो सकता है कि नहीं हो सकता है, right? Okay, next question देखते हैं. Rohit is standing at 5th position from the beginning. Mohit is 15th from the end. Okay, so ऐसे लाइन बनाने की जरूरत है. रोहित, मोहित. Okay, Rohit is 5th from beginning. So beginning and end. Mohit is 17th from end. There are 7 people between Mohit and Rohit. So 7 people in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 add कर लो इसमें. Mohit will be 13th from front, right? 7 people and then 8th person. Okay. Now, how many people are there in the queue? So in all such questions, the answer is, see, always remember जो ये left right वाले question होते हैं, लेफ्ट प्लस राइट से जो रैंक होगी दैट इज n+1. लेफ्ट राइट से हो या टॉप बॉटम से हो, फ्रंट बैक से हो, ठीक है, द टोटल इज n+1. सो टोटल इज 30. सो देर आर 29 people. Ram walked 15 meter towards north and took a left turn. So he went 15 meters, took a left turn. Okay. He walked 20 meters and turned right. He then walked 25 meters and left twice, right? Now see this, we are not given the, like, that's the mistake that people do, right? Instruction पढ़ते हैं पहला स्टेप क्या करते हैं, वी स्टार्ट मेकिंग द डायग्राम, सो डोंट डू दिस, इस क्वेश्चन को मैनुअली करते हैं, राइट? सो इंस्टेड ऑफ मेकिंग द डायरेक्शन थिंग, जस्ट सी दैट व्हाट इज ही डूइंग, ही इज गोइंग लेफ्ट वंस, ठीक है, देन राइट, देन टू टाइम्स लेफ्ट, लेफ्ट एंड राइट कैंसल्स, ठीक है, लेफ्ट प्लस लेफ्ट गिव्स अस ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन, सो इफ यू वाज गोइंग नॉर्थ ही वुड गो साउथ, ठीक है। सो वी जनरली हैव दिस हैबिट कि यहाँ पे डायरेक्शन पूछा, डिस्टेंस तो पूछा ही नहीं है, सो इट डज नॉट मैटर ही वॉक्स 20 मीटर्स, 50 मीटर्स, 100 मीटर्स, 1000 मीटर्स, यू जस्ट नीड टू सी द डायरेक्शन, सो ही गोज लेफ्ट, देन राइट, देन टू टाइम्स लेफ्ट, okay, so left plus right gives the same direction, so we can eliminate it, left plus left opposite, हमेशा याद रखना left plus right gives the same direction, ठीक है, right plus right or left plus left gives the opposite direction. So even if 10 directions are given, 10 times it is given, you can easily spot that. The government should focus on farmers in the upcoming budget. Yes, 22% of the population are farmers or agricultural workers, making it the biggest vote bank by occupation. Okay. Argument looks fine कि there is 22%, but vote bank thing is uh, what I would say, that should we go with it? Sometimes these questions I find कि like हर सोर्स में अलग अलग आंसर दिखता है. I would say that yes, but not as a vote bank. ठीक है, as a normal yeah, no, the middle class people most pay taxes. They should be prioritized on the budget. No, that is not the. It is not about priority. It is saying that should they be, there be focus? Yes, there should be focus, but partially true है कि 22% is like it's a significant number, right? 22%. But vote bank वाला part ऐसे थोड़ा सा I would still go with one. Okay. Alike in some way, find the odd one out. H E M T Q F M J Q X U. Okay, let's see this. 175. MTQ is 1320. Q is 17. FMJ 613 and J is 10. Right, then you have 17, 24, and this is 21. So these are like, if you see, there is a difference of 777. Okay, and there is a difference of 333. Okay, so this is odd one out. Refrigerators consume the highest amount of electricity in the household. There are other electricity consuming units in the household other than refrigerators. There are no other electricity consuming units in the household other than refrigerator. Consume the highest. I think either consumes the highest, other or no other. Means, see, in abstract, like these critical reasoning, you need to do not use your common knowledge, okay, because see, we have this perception कि घर में और devices भी होंगे, ठीक है, ये हमारा assumption होता है कि घर में और devices भी होंगे. There is a possibility that there is only one electricity consuming appliances, ठीक है, ये हम logically, you need to think logically, not rationally. Rationally in the sense that not based on knowledge. See, ये तो हमारी knowledge कहती है कि घर में और appliances भी होते हैं, ठीक है, हो सकता है एक ही हो, नहीं हो सकता है खाली रेफ्रिजरेटर हो, राइट, सो देन स्टिल इट विल बी द हाईएस्ट. इफ देयर आर नो, सो ईदर वन और टू, सो दिस इज ट्रिकी, ठीक है, हाईएस्ट अमाउंट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, इफ देयर इज नो अदर थिंग देन आल्सो इट इज द हाईएस्ट ना, which this looks a bit dicey to me. No other thing, either assumption one. This is a tough question. Although it looks easy, but is something that chicken and egg problem kind of thing, right? Where you get stuck. Other or no other electricity. Okay, I'll choose either because as per that logical thinking, there could be refrigerator could be the only one. Even if it is the only one, then also it is the highest. Okay. सो इट्स लाइक वन पर्सन रनिंग द रेस ठीक है अगर एक पर्सन भागेगा तो फर्स्ट वही आएगा अगर बहुत सारे लोग हों तो भी फर्स्ट आ सकता है that logic you can apply here okay so even if some questions go wrong this way that's perfectly fine odd one out a z b so a b ठीक है one increase e f one increase g h one increase m o this should be the odd one out if you see z a right like A and Z 27, EV 27, GT 27, MN is 27, but the last is one more than the first one. So MNO will be odd one out. Pointing to a boy, Karthik said, okay, he is my aunt's husband's only daughter's brother. Okay. Aunt's husband's only daughter's brother. Aunt का husband क्या होगा? Uncle. Uncle का only daughter will be his cousin. Cousin's का brother will be cousin. So that person is cousin. Right? Aunt's husband's only daughter's brother. So aunt ka husband will be uncle, uncle's ka daughter will be cousin, cousin ka brother will be cousin. So this is cousin. Okay, odd number in the above series 3's 1, 3, 6, 11. 1, 3, 6, 11, 18, 29, 42, 57. The difference is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. All these are prime numbers. Okay, this is not prime. Okay, so this is the odd one out. In a certain code language, I am sun is 189, moon is planet is 245, sun is moon is this. You need to find the code for I am planet. Okay, sun is moon is 25. So if we compare first and third, right, 8 is for sun. Okay, 8 is for sun, moon is planet, and if we see like अगर इन दोनों को compare करो okay I am sun, moon is planet, sun is moon. I am sun is 189, moon is planet is 245, sun is moon is 258. Right? Now if we see 5 is moon, M5 हो गया. Sun is like if we see नहीं 2 भी हो सकता है. There are two things which are common. Okay, so पहले sun निकाल लेते हैं. Sun is common, right? Sun is 8. ठीक है, moon is planet, sun is planet. I am planet निकालना ना. I am planet. अच्छा, moon and is like 2 and 5. ठीक है, moon and is 2 and 5. So that means 4 is for planet. I am planet निकालना है. I am is 19. I am is 19 and planet is 4. So 194. 194 will be the answer. Okay. All right. So LRB. Okay. Let's see the English thing. Okay. Okay. So I'll skip the RC. I will see that other questions first. अब इनने English का section बहुत difficult बनाया है. Right. This looks a difficult RC. Financial inclusion, something, something. Options also look difficult. Okay. So let's see. अच्छा एक और RC डाला है. हाँ. There will be two RCs, I guess. This does not look to be a decent paper. I mean, in the terms of difficulty level, बाकी तीन section बहुत easy बना दिए. English बहुत ज़्यादा difficult लग रहा है. As like, okay, so let's see which of the following sentences is are grammatically correct. I will solve other questions first and then go to the RCs. I hope I should be able to finish on time. The mayor and not the councilman was responsible for corrupt practices. See, here the subject is mayor, right? So we will use was. So first is correct. The school felicitated their meritorious students. Not there, there is one school felicitating. Okay, so it should be its meritorious students. So B is not correct. So only A or A. It is not advisable for people to take law into their own hands. A and C भी हो सकता है. First is correct because it is talking about the mayor, right? So responsibility kiski mayor ki hai, not the councilman. So only mayor is there. The school felicitated their meritorious students. Its meritorious students होना चाहिए. It is अच्छा its में हाँ it should be apostrophe s, right? Like its means it should be it is, not this wala its. So that is why only A is correct. I am dash with my bachelor's degree. Done with my bachelor's degree. Done with, right? You say I am done with this work. Although Abhinav is a software developer, he is also adept at. You are adept at something. Adept at writing, adept at reading anything. हाँ now this looks like a proper English paper. ठीक है मतलब वो RC छोड़ के rest of this thing is fine. Take or claim something without justification. Renounce, abdicate, arrogate will be the answer. ठीक है renounce and abdicate means to give up your position. ठीक है so suppose you want to resign and publicly tell that I do not want this. So that is renounce or abdicate also same meaning. Abandon means to give up something. ठीक है you have to abandon a place or something. Arrogate means to claim something from someone without their permission. One would argue that energy costs will be remain high. Energy costs will remain high. B नहीं आएगा. Will higher नहीं. Higher means we are comparing with someone, right? We are not comparing with anything. We are saying that they are high and will remain high. The recent ceasefire violation by Pakistan could be perceived as you perceive as something. Okay, so easy. I mean, this looks like easy one. ऐसे ही English का level रहेगा usually, except a few questions. He might seem like a scattered brain, but in fact, he's a smart cookie. So smart cookie here would mean a clever person. Scattered brain means like bekoof आदमी, like someone who looks like a fool, but he is a clever person. Eat like a bird. Okay, now idioms and phrases you should know the meaning. Okay, so eat like a bird basically means to eat less. There are two phrases. One is eat like a horse. So if you eat excessively, that is eat like a horse. Eat like a bird means eat very little. Okay, match the words with the right hand column, which is meaning. Okay, so vicissitude is something like a bad luck. ठीक है विसिट्यूड मीन समथिंग बैड लक एग्रेसिवली नहीं फेवरेबल और अनफेवरेबल इवन हाँ सो ए का टू है विसिट्यूड इज समथिंग अ सॉर्ट ऑफ बैड लक which happens as a coincidence sort of thing. Okay, so A का 2 है. Let me see A का 2 किस किस में है and eliminate the options. So first and fourth get eliminated. So it is either 2 or 3. So E का देख लेना. Truculent नहीं पता मुझे. Agnostic I know. Agnostic is someone who does not believe in something. ठीक है? Who is unwilling to commit to an opinion about something. So D का 3 है. That meaning I know. So D is third. I think this would be the answer. Now let me check others. A is second. Compunction I don't know. Impasse is something whereas it is difficult to overcome certain thing. Okay, so C का क्या दिया? C is fifth. A predicament affording no obvious escape. Yes, so if you are unable to escape something, that is called impasse. Okay, so this looks fine, right? Vicissitude. Now I will check. Truculent should be aggressively self-asserting. So yes, that would be truculent is something an adjective define a person. So that is fine. A is done. Compunction is fourth. That is anxiety arising from awareness of it. So okay, so two new words learned: compunction and truculent. All right. So this was meaning descent. Descent means to like drop में यहाँ पे आएगा. Descent means जैसे होता है ना ascent. Ascent means to go up. Descent means to come down. Okay. descending order इससे word बनता है descent. And descent has another meaning also, that is hierarchy, right? People of this descent or something. Association is a habitual relation between, so if it is a relation that has to be between continuations of the same ideas which act upon one another in a certain manner simply because the original. So this looks to the correct order. So ABCD looks in the correct order. Would you dash my dog while I'm out? So that is look after. Look after means to take care of someone. So easy ones. ठीक है, बस आरसी छोड़ के बाकी पेपर काफी इजी है इसमें. In this, four are arranged in correct order, form a logical sequence and meaningful paragraph. One of them does not belong to this paragraph. Okay, so four arranged करने. All start with C. So let's start with C. In the first place, the Scotsman is a son of the rock. Okay, then we have E or B. E is given in most of the cases. The circumstances of his birth and upbringing are as a rule very stern. So E looks fine. Then we have CEB, CED. CEB, he is cradled in the storm. He has to fight for life in a rough climate. So CEB looks up here. See, C is saying that Scotsman is a son of the rock, means he is a very strong person, right? Son of the rock means strong person. Circumstances are very stern. Stern means strict. Okay? Then he describes the circumstances. He is cradled in the storm. He has to fight for life in rough climate in a huddle of grey houses. So CEB looks fair. अब हमें देखना कि A बचेगा या D बचेगा. In this way, young Scotsmen were taught to take things seriously. The amenities of life are by no means plentiful. So D is looking out of the scope. Yeah, so he says that he's cradled in this and has a tough childhood. That's why in this way they are taught to take things seriously. So D will be eliminated. C, E, B, A looks the right order. The Halloween party was excellent. You should have seen the costumes. Everyone was dressed to the nines. So dressed to the nines means to basically like to be perfectly dressed up for an occasion, like formal occasion. Let's say you are going to let's say a seminar and you are dressed formally. That is called dressed to the nines. Okay, so perfect. Dressed to perfection is the right one. Last one, the blackfin Cisco was thriving in all of the world's oceans until the end of the century. So blackfin Cisco is a kind of bird. Okay, the blackfin Cisco. No, you will not use the blackfin Cisco. You will use plural for bird, like fishes, right? This is a breed of fish, blackfin Cisco. So it should be blackfin Ciscos. And this looks fine. Blackfin Ciscos were thriving in all of the world's oceans until the end of the century. ठीक है, so that looks fine. ठीक है, अब हमारा क्या बचता है, एक क्वांट का बचता है, दो आरसी बचता है. सो लेट्स डू द आरसीज. और डू यू वांट टू कंप्लीट दैट क्वांट क्वेश्चन? क्वांट कर लेते हैं, फिर आरसी लास्ट में कर लेंगे. और लेट्स डू आरसीज फर्स्ट. ये काफी टाइम है, मे बी 20 मिनट्स में हो ही जाएंगे आरसीज. So it says that financial inclusion is an emerging priority for banks that have nowhere else to go to achieve business growth. So you should know financial inclusion. Financial inclusion means including more and more people into the banking system. Okay? It says the viability of FI business is under question because while banks and their delivery partners continue to make investment, they haven't seen commensurate returns. In market like India, most programs are focused on consumer or customer onboarding, an expensive process which people often find difficult to afford, involving issues of smart cards to customers. However, large scale customer acquisition hasn't translated into large scale business, with many accounts laying dormant and therefore yielding no return on bank's investment. So basically, it says that in India, opening the main challenge is to open bank accounts, and then even though they open the bank accounts, they are not able to retain customers. People do not use banking transactions much. Okay, for the same reason, business correspondent agents who constitute the primary channel for financial inclusion are unable to pursue their activity as full-time job. So that is why they are usually doing it as a part-time activity. One major reason for this state of events is the customer onboarding process is often delayed after the submission of document. Okay? So you submit the documents and it takes long time to validate and might take as long as 2 weeks. By this time, the initial enthusiasm of applicants fades away. Moreover, the delivery partners don't have the knowledge and skill to propose anything other than the most basic financial products to the customer and hence do not serve their bank's goal of expanding the offering in unbanked markets. So basically, what is happening is people do not get enough information ki what are banking products they can get. Okay, so they do not have much knowledge, and the application takes a long time. Hence, people are not interested in opening their bank accounts or doing banking activities. आरसी इतना लंबा नहीं आएगा. दिस लुक्स टफ आरसी. ठीक है. अभी जो ऐसे ही क्विकली आई स्किम थ्रू द क्वेश्चंस आल्सो, these look tough. The next is say, contrary to popular perception, the inclusion segment is not a singular, impoverished, undifferentiated mass, and it is uh, important to navigate its diversity to identify the right target customers for various programs. Rural markets do have their share of rich people who do not use banking services simply because they are inconvenient to access or have low perceived value. So, rural market also has rich people, but they do not use banks because the services are inconvenient. Okay, so not good services are available to the customers. At the same time, urban market, despite a high branch density, have multitude of low wage earners outside the financial net. Okay, so there are a lot of there are too many bank branches, but there are many people who do not have enough money to deposit in the bank. Okay. Moreover, the branch timings of banks rarely coincide with the off work hours of labor class. So that is the problem, right? The people who work, like जब बैंक का टाइम होता है तो लोग ऑफिस में गए होते हैं. So that's why this is another concern. And that's why you see whenever you go to banks, you will either find old people or you won't find the working class in banks. Okay. Creating affordability is crucial in tapping the unbanked market. No doubt, pricing is a tool, but their proposition to convince customers that they can derive big value even from small amounts. One way of doing is to show the target audience that a bank account is actually a lifestyle enabler, a convenient and safe means to send money to family or make variety of purchases. Once banks succeed in hooking customers with this value proposition, they must sustain their interest by introducing a simple and intuitive user application, ubiquitous access over mobile and other touch points and adopting a banking. तो मुझे लग रहा है काफी पुराना पैसेज होगा because nowadays you have mobile applications and ease of access. Okay, technology is the most important element of financial inclusion strategy and enabler of all others. The choice of tech is therefore a crucial decision which could make or mar the agenda of the various selection criteria. Cost is perhaps the most important. This certainly does not mean buying the cheapest package, but rather choosing that solution which, by scaling transactions to huge volumes, reduces per unit operating cost. An optimal mix of these strategies would no doubt offer an innovative means of expansion in the unbanked market. So basically, it is saying that the struggle of banking system, right? That's what it says, that it is difficult to retain customers. ठीक है, लोग बैंक अकाउंट को खोल देते, like you must have known of, heard of Jan Dhan bank accounts, right? People open the bank accounts but were using it. Okay, which of the following facts is true as per the passage? People from rural areas have high perceived value. No, it says that they have low perceived value. Cost is not a valid criterion. It is a criterion. It says that cost is choice of technology is a crucial decision. यहाँ पे कुछ दिया है, ठीक है. Cost is perhaps the most important. Okay, the inclusion segment of a singular, improvised, undifferentiated mass. It says not the inclusion segment is not a singular improvised. Okay, it is opposite. The branch timings of banks generally do not coincide. Thus, this is true. It says that the branch timings do not coincide with the people. According to the passage, for which of the following reasons do the delivery partners fail to serve their bank's goal to expand it? They do not have adequate client base to sell their financial product. That is not given here. They do not have adequate knowledge. Adequate knowledge नहीं है. They do not have skills to operate advanced technological aids. That is not mentioned. Okay, so only two follows because they do not talk about the kits, technological kits. They do not talk about the client base. They've just mentioned that they do not have adequate knowledge. According to the passage, for which of the following reasons is the viability of financial inclusion under question? Okay, the banks always prefer the cheapest package while making a choice of technology to be used. The business correspondent agents are highly demotivated. No, that is not the question. The yield investment made by the banks and its delivery partners are not yielding equal amounts of return. The banks do not have adequate number of delivery partners. ये तो नहीं दिया है. आई थिंक यही होगा कि cheapest package वाला. Cost is the most important, it says, right? So prefer the cheapest package to cut cost. Okay, next question. In the passage, the author has specified which of the following characteristics of the customer onboarding process. All have been specified. Involves issuance of smart cards. Yes. It suffers from latency, long task. So this is also true. Expensive process which find difficult to afford. Mm, often delayed. That is true. Initial enthusiasm. Delay, I think, is involves issuing of. हाँ difficult to afford भी दिया है ना यहाँ पे. Like if you read the fourth fifth line, an expensive process people find difficult to afford, so they have to pay some charges and all. So that's what it is given. Okay, what did the author try to highlight in the passage? Okay, so the ailing condition of financial inclusion, that is highlighted. Strategies that may help bank expand in the unbanked market, yet that is also highlighted. Role of government is not mentioned. Okay, first and second. Strategies, it gives the technology layer or app layer, and ailing condition is mentioned. Okay, so although the passage was difficult to read, the questions were difficult in the sense that compared to this exam, right? I don't think कि इतना difficult passage आएगा. Passage would be on the easier side, but yes, it looks okay. ठीक है, not so difficult because rest of the paper was so easy, that's why it looked this level. Okay, so let's see the next one. The evolution of bring your own device trend has been profound as it has been rapid. It represents the more visible sign that the boundaries between personal life and work life are blurring. Okay, so bring your own device, right? So basically you need to take your own laptop to the compute company. So 9 to 5 model of working solely from office has become archaic, and increasingly people are working extended hours from a range of locations. So it says that this concept bring your own device, पहले क्या होता था कि आपको ऑफिस में ही चीजें मिलती थी. You had to go there office, right? I remember when I was used to work in my first company as an analyst. So there they had a desktop, laptop भी नहीं होते थे. जाओ ऑफिस में काम करो, छुट्टी घर जाओ, right? So it was not like you had to do work from home. Okay, so that was the thing. Yes, at office you had a lot of work, but it was like chilled. Once you are out of the office, no one will call you. I mean, that was the culture in my company, maybe in a lot of other companies also, but now it has changed. So it is bring your own device. At the very heart of this revolution is the ability to access enterprise networks from anywhere and anytime. The concept of cloud computing serves effectively to extend the office out of office. The much heralded benefit of BYOD is greater productivity. However, recent research has suggested that this is the greatest myth of BYOD, and reality is that this in practice poses new challenges that outweighs the benefits. Benefits is like you can increase the productivity, but it says that the challenges are even worse. A worldwide survey commissioned by Fortinet chose to look at attitudes towards this and security from the user's point of view instead of IT managers. Specifically, the survey was conducted in 15 territories on a group of graduate employees because they represent the first generation to enter the workplace with an expectation of own device use. Moreover, they also represent tomorrow's influencers. So, study was conducted for people in 20s. The survey findings reveal that of financial organizations, the decision to embrace is extremely dangerous. Labor organizations will have mature IT strategies and policy in place, but what about smaller financial businesses? They might not have such well developed strategies to protect confidential data. So, one of the disadvantages is confidential data. Okay, especially in financial companies, it is a very big thing, right? You cannot leak the data. Crucially, within younger employees group, 55% of the people share an expectation that they should be allowed to use their own devices in the marketplace or for purposes. With this expectation comes the very real risk that employees may consider contravening company policy banning the use of own devices. So this could lead to confidential data leak. Okay, that is a disadvantage. The threats posed by this level of subversion cannot be overstated. The survey casts doubt on the idea of BYOD, leading to greater productivity by revealing the real reason people want to use their own devices. Okay, so only 26% of people in this age group cite efficiency as a reason, while 63% admit that the main reason to have access to their favorite applicants. Okay, so now that means that 63% say कि हमें अपनी apps चलानी है and all. If you worked in financial sector, okay, you know that like they do not allow you to have personal mail and all. Social media सब कुछ ban होता है. Okay, that was the case where I used to work. So they have very strict norms. Now people want to use their own device for that reason, but that poses a security threat. But with personal applications so close to hand, the risk of business must surely include distraction and time wasting. So definitely अगर आपको social media access मिलेगा तो time waste होगा ना. If there is an organization where you submit the phones and not allowed to use a laptop, only the official laptop, productivity will be high. To support this assumption, 46% of people polled acknowledge time wasting as the greatest threat to the organization, while 425 citing greater exposure to theft or loss of confidential data. Clearly, from a user's perspective, there is great deal of contradiction surrounding BYOD and their existence undercurrent of selfishness where users expect to use their own device but mostly for personal interest. They recognize the risk to the organization but are adamant that those risks are worth taking. So basically, it says that there is a risk, the financial risk, and hampering the productivity. So these are the two things mentioned. If you have to go through the gist, एक तो है कि आपका data leak हो सकता है. Second is people are wasting their time on personal like social media and other things. Okay, personal applications. So according to the passage, for which of the following reasons did 14.8 conduct the survey? So 14.8 conducted the survey. This second paragraph, as this group represents the future decision makers. So yes, it says last line देखो decision makers. Okay? As this group represents the first generation, so second is also mentioned. Third is saying as this group represents the first generation to enter the workplace, expecting that they can use their own devices for. Uh, third is true, but second देखते हैं. It does not mention that sophisticated gadgets 1 and 3. Okay, so 1 and 3. It is not. Which of the following is not true about BYOD? BYOD enables employees to access enterprise network from anywhere, so that is true. Due to evaluation of BYOD trend, model of working has become outdated. True. Recent research has confirmed that boost or so this is false. Okay. Third is according to the passage, why would the decision to embrace BYOD prove dangerous to smaller financial business? Right now, this is security. Okay, the employees are more vulnerable to misplacement of devices. They may lack mature IT strategies. No, employees have poor knowledge about their devices. Does it say poor knowledge about devices? Have mature IT strategies. It talks about IT strategies for confidential data. So third one is the answer. According to the passage, the expectation of younger employees that they shall be allowed to use their own devices in the workplace entails which of the following risks? Deliberately transfer तो नहीं करेंगे. So first is not the risk. Younger employees may strongly feel like leaving the company if it prevents. So second is fine because they like to use their own application. Okay, could be true. Third says younger employees may consider flouting company policy. So they may consider. Hmm. सेकेंड भी डायरेक्टली स्टेटेड नहीं है. May strongly feel that looks like a strong option. Employees may consider flouting company policy. That is fine, right? It says that it is given. So that would be the answer. According to the findings of the survey conducted by 49, why do majority of employees prefer using their own devices? Quality need favorite applications. Okay, so passages are a bit lengthy, but yes, overall, I would say that RCs was the only thing which was challenging. So there is only one question left. Still 13 minutes left. Okay, so let's solve this one. So it says A, B, C. A is 12, B is 15, and C is 24. Okay. A and B in the ratio 1:2. Okay. पहले इंफॉर्मेशन लिख लेते हैं, इससे x बना, ठीक है, B and C से y बना, x and y 3:1 में गए, so that like profit of 20%. So x and y 3:1 में 15 cost देंगे. Okay, so we need to find B and C. So now this is a difficult question, okay, because too much information needs to be done. So A and B, if we make 1:2, so A is 1, ठीक है, B को 2 कर दोगे तो 30 divided by 3 kgs, so 42 by 3 14, x की वैल्यू है 14. Now x and y 3:1 gives 15, so total cost हो जाएगी इसकी 15 into 4 60, ठीक है, x is 3 kgs, so 42, x का weight x का हो गया, so total 60 होना चाहिए, y would be 18, ठीक है, total is 60 rupees for 4 kg, the total cost is 60, so y is 18. Now B ratio C, in what ratio should they be mixed to get 18? So 15 और 24 है, 15 24 मिक्स करके 18 बनाना है, B and C. So too much information processing involved. So this is 6 and this is 3. So which is 2:1. Answer will be 2:1. Okay, so this was like a CAT level question. जिसमें आपको थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा करने में. So that's how it is. Okay, so I have answered all the questions. So let me submit. I think I've done all the questions, so probably at least 70 तो सही होंगे ही, कुछ अगर गलत भी होंगे. So predict the score. What could be the score? Any score prediction? This paper looked to be an easy side. ठीक है, अगर मैं predict करता हूँ 70 सही होंगे, -5, so 70 के 280, 275 तो बन जाएगा. इसमें कट ऑफ, like if this level of question comes, the cut off is going to be 250 plus. ठीक है, so let's see कि कितना इसमें सही होता है. Okay, let's see. Okay, so total 280 स्कोर आया इसमें. सेक्शन 1 में 2 इनकरेक्ट, 2 में कोई भी इनकरेक्ट नहीं, थर्ड में 2 इनकरेक्ट. थर्ड कौन सा था? रीजनिंग, मे बी दैट क्रिटिकल रीजनिंग एंड अदर्स. सो 280 स्कोर आया, लाइक 4 गलत हुए, ठीक है. सो इजी लेवल, मे बी लेट्स सी कि इसमें अगर दिखाता है कौन से गलत गए. लॉजिकल रीजनिंग में 2 गलत हुए ना. कैन आई चेक दीज क्वेश्चंस, व्हिच वन दिस वन. अच्छा, आरसी में गलत हुआ है. Banks are not yielding equal amount of return. Okay, fine. हो सकता है. 23 एनालिसिस भी गलत है, 4 ही गलत है. CEBD, taught to take things seriously. Amenities of life are by no means plentiful. Okay, fair enough. And 61 is only one is implicit. Okay, there are others also. So हाँ लग रहा था, ये तो मुझे कुछ गड़बड़ लग रहा था. Then hard is neither, ये भी मुझे डाइस ही लग रहा था, because this वोट बैंक वाला थोड़ा सा तो हाँ. So accuracy faultus and those and rest were doable. So this was like I would say that easy paper. ठीक है, इसमें कट ऑफ लाइक यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट, इसमें अगर ऐसे पेपर में तो कट ऑफ 250 प्लस जाएगा. ठीक है, अगर यही लेवल होगा तो 250 प्लस you can expect the cutoff for test, because time wise lot of time was there in the mock. ठीक है, इजीली मैंने बोलते बोलते सॉल्व किया है। ठीक है, दो बोलते बोलते सॉल्व किया, लाइक समझा समझा के इतने क्वेश्चन करा दिए। इमेजिन दैट, लाइक क्वांट के तो मैंने एक एक क्वेश्चन मोस्टली सारे कराए थे। सो दैट वे this paper was very easy. People would easily score 250. A lot of people would score 250 plus. So if this level comes, then 250. And in my mocks, the ones that MBA college is offering, maybe 220 could be the cutoff. So have you taken our mocks, and how much scores have you been getting? So you can try our mocks also. I mean, there is a free mock available, and there are four paid mocks also. So if you are like in the last phase of preparation और mocks ही mocks लगाना चाहते हो, so like जैसे आज दो लगा दिए और कल सुबह तीन ऐसे करके, so you can take our mocks. So we have five mocks for just 200. Okay, one is free आप ये जो link दिया है in the description of this video and the pinned chat comment. Okay, you can use that link to enroll, and you can at least take the free mock and see that how much you score in this. Okay, all right, so you scored 230 in this mock or our mock. So if you are getting 230 plus in my mock, that's a very good score because the level is slightly above this level. ये मुझे कुछ ज़्यादा easy लगा, especially quant, except one of the questions, the entire quant paper was very easy. Okay, इतना भी easy नहीं होगा, थोड़ा सा तो लेवल थोड़ा ऊपर रहना चाहिए। इन दिस आरसी इज वर्ड मतलब चैलेंजिंग, मतलब आरसी वन ऑल्दो क्वेश्चंस उतने डिफिकल्ट भी नहीं थे, बट यस इट वाज टाइम कंज्यूमिंग. So let's see how does the paper turn out to be. Okay, so I will be uploading a video on how to like tackle this examination tomorrow. What should be the strategy? So please don't forget to watch this video. So that's all for now. Right, that I took this mock test also to show that how can you attempt the mock and uh, score in this paper. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. Have a great day. Goodbye.